that in and of itself is an accomplishment.
It is, you know. I'm trying to think of what team might have a little bit of an edge here, and the way Ben Johns is playing, I almost have to go with him.
I think so. I mean, Kyle and Ben have a lot of experience playing together, and Ben is just playing lights out right now. I mean, there's just no other way to explain it.
This is a great point to start the match.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow.
Really is. But, you know, Riley's starting it off like he always does, staying steady and just keeping the ball going back over that net. I love the chemistry from Riley and Tyson. They seem to have a lot of fun together. They clearly play well because they're in the gold medal match here at the WPC. So we'll see how this unfolds.
Nice reset. And then Tyson rips into one.
I got to tell you, I've watched Tyson for a while, and that forehand roll right now is nasty.
Kyle picked it up a little bit, and Riley was ready for it. He's just licking his lips there like, ooh, I like that one.
Riley making a face there like, man, that felt good.
Kyle doing a nice job of catching that ball after it hits the net and skipped on him a little bit. Just quick reflexes on his part.
Yeah, so here's what we're going to notice. Ben Johns is obviously in the state of flow, just coming off of 2 gold medal matches that he won. So he's really dialed in, playing well. Kyle has been sitting for quite a while. He's been watching Ben Johns play for the golds. And so he's going to take a few points, I guarantee you, to get loose, to kind of get back in that rhythm. But once he does, boy, you can see when the light clicks on and Kyle gets going, it's watch out. Between Kyle Yates and Ben Johns, it's a sight to see. Boy, that's so good. So
Did you see how far Kyle was back on the base? They had to push him back, and he just kept dropping that ball right into the kitchen.
Yeah, and then Ben just took over at the net. A rare missed drive shot right now from Ben Johns. I think he missed one in that whole game, the last one we saw.
Yeah, you're right. I think Kyle's going to take maybe a couple points to get loosened up and
Absolutely.
get in the flow of everything. Where the rest of these players have already played a little bit, they're warmed up. They're ready
there's
to go.
no question. He's gonna have to get loose. But I mean, Kyle is no stranger to the big games, and he's got Ben Johns standing next to him in this gold medal match, and so he's certainly going to need to get comfortable and settled in. But I guarantee you, once he does, he'll be perfectly fine.
Oh, that's a beautiful backhand whip
Kyle
by
knew.
Kyle.
Did you see him? He kind of looked right at Riley and never even looked back at the ball and yelled out. That's a sign of confidence right there.
Yeah, he knew it.
Just wait. Kyle will get going. There's no question.
Again, same thing. He's got that backhand flip shot going. What
Right.
a thrill it is to watch these four of the best players in the world right here in front of us playing.
Oh, absolutely. Kyle Yates showing some signs of life here, starting to play better. You know, I mean, look, there's got to be a few nerves when you first start, but these guys are pros. They're gonna get it figured out, and pretty quickly. You don't have time to take too long to figure it out.
Real nice battle going on between Kyle and Tyson. And Kyle decided to change it up just a little bit, and Riley jumps in there and puts it away.
Man, he doesn't even have to step in the kitchen to hit that ball. He's like on top of the net almost. I like this little matchup here between Kyle and Tyson. Backhand cross-court dinks.
Interesting to see how long they'll continue to go with this until one of them decides to change it up, like right there. Kyle changed it up and forced the error with...
Well, we've seen 3 now where Kyle's gotten the ball below the net and hit a backhand up into the body of Riley. So he's having some success with that. Let's see if he continues to do that.
Well, great eye by Tyson there. Just these guys are so good at knowing when that ball's going to go out. And they're not out by much.
No, not by much at all. And Kyle's got to tone it down just a little, or a little more topspin here.
Oh, good defense there by Tyson.
Also, if you pay attention, you keep noticing Kyle's kind of wiping his paddle. You know, there's some moisture on these paddles tonight. As the night wears on, you see that the moisture kind of builds up on the ball and the paddles a little bit.
You're right, Scott. There's a little bit of dew here tonight, so it's just building up on these paddles, and you might see them go to their towels some to try to wipe it off or
see,
try to
he
keep the paddles
just
clean.
look at it. He's looking at it and he's wiping. And I actually had a discussion with him. That's why I actually brought that subject up, because some paddles are different. You know, the paddle face on his may be different a little bit than Ben John's or the Selkirk paddles, and so just understand that there is possibly some factors being involved there. I think Ben letting Kyle play so that he can start to get a rhythm, but he's clearly struggling a little bit at the moment. So if I was Ben, I would maybe try to take over just a little bit to keep this game within striking distance, keep it within range. But I do believe he's throttled back a little bit. Ben's kind of allowing Kyle to start playing more and getting a feel for it.
That seems to be Ben's strategy. I've noticed that in the other games where he's just kind of laying back a little bit, and then about halfway through the game to 3/4 of the game through, he seems to pick it up and start taking over.
Yeah.
Definitely a slow starter is what I would say. But once he gets going, though.
Kyle?
I'm thinking Ben.
Oh, Ben.
Yeah.
He can be for sure, yeah. I think Kyle is traditionally a little bit of a slow starter as well, at times.
Ball was called out, and Kyle challenged it. And Ed Johnson, confirmed that it was an out ball.
I would like to see a timeout right now and just let Kyle kind of take a deep breath and regroup. He's a little flustered after that ball got called out, but Tyson confirmed it was out, and so did the ref.
Nice pickup on Tyson's part. Picked the pace up, and Kyle wasn't able to get that ball down. I think you're right. Might be a good time for a timeout.
I would have already used it. I don't know. Ben maybe just doesn't think they need a timeout, and Kyle certainly wants to keep playing. But when it's 7-2, I feel like maybe a timeout's in order. But you know what? We're the ones at the booth. We're not the ones playing, so we're going to let them decide that.
That's a great point. We're not.
There's Ben. Oh, and Ben gave him the little stare down. Did you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Watch that. On that replay, watch Ben. He doesn't immediately turn back to go get that ball. He's just letting Riley know
that he's still around.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. I think Tyson's forehand is probably one of the better forehands in the circuit right now. He extends his arm all the way out. And he loops it. He really gets a lot of topspin. Creates a lot of problems for his opponents. It's not your traditional trajectory because a lot of people come at a kind of an angle and hit flat. He kind of comes at it with a lot of aggressive topspin from a tennis background, so pretty unique. That's good stuff by Ben.
Good.
I don't know about you guys,
backhand.
but every time Ben touches the ball, good things happen.
Yeah. That is for sure.
Well, he's starting to pick up the pace a little bit and starting to get more involved in this game, and you can see he's feeling much comfortable.
Oh, that's a good two-hander by Riley. But I think that's what his game plan was, is like let Kyle come out, play. He's been sitting a while, let him get comfortable, and then when he needs to, Ben inserts himself.
Around the post shot tried by Riley, and it was just wide.
Well, it's tough because there's not a ton of space between the outside line and those poles and banners, and you have to hit a perfect shot on the ATP. There we go. Kyle's starting to get going now. You can tell he's starting to pick it up.
A couple great resets there.
Yeah, once he needs he needs that spark play that we were talking about earlier. He needs that play that they go bang, 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 and he ends up winning that volley exchange or hits an Ernie to put it away, and that usually gets him going. We've seen that a number of times. That's too good by Ben. I mean, I'm just stating the obvious, but every time Ben touches it, they score a point. It's kind of monotonous to say it, but it's true.
Yeah, we'll see if he starts interjecting himself into these points a little more.
I think he is, and Kyle, but also Kyle's starting to play better.
Notice when Kyle's on that far side, he's able to use that backhand as a weapon.
He certainly has won 4 I know of that I can count right there on that underneath the net, coming up into the body of Riley. And you may think like, well, why doesn't Riley just block that? Well, he doesn't know it's coming because it's below the net, and so it's coming from low to high. And I think reactionary-wise, he's just reacting to that ball, and he's slapping straight down on it.
It's very well disguised, and that's just a great shot by Kyle. They might want to consider maybe having Kyle play over on that side a little bit because that's where they've scored the majority of their points.
Yeah, especially if Riley's going to be on that side straight across from him. He's had some success there, and I certainly would continue to test that theory until Riley and Tyson figure something out there. But again, I think it was just an early slow start for Ben and Kyle. Now look at the score. It's 7-6 or 6-7. So they're definitely starting to get going, and Kyle's looking a lot better.
Should be a good match here on out. They're all warmed up now. They're used to each other, so blood's flowing, and we'll see which dominating team can come forth now.
I love when Riley hits like a winner. He just kind of nods his head, and like, yeah, let's go. Let's get it on. 7-6-1.
Wow, that's great defense by Riley, except for that last one that Ben just put away.
Yeah, and I want to point something else out, and I don't want this to sound like an excuse for anybody because these are pros and they need to do what they need to do, but Kyle Yates played for 7 years with the same model, the original Bantam EXL, and so not to make an excuse, and this is no excuse at all for him because he's going to play through it, but when the new logo came out, he switched to that new style, which is slightly different, and that's a great shot, by the way. But I'm just stating the facts that he switched from a 7-year paddle that he was very, very comfortable and used to this new one. So he's making his adjustments with that as well as these tournaments continue to stack up for him. So I think every time he plays with it, he gets better. But just keep that in mind. It's you can see a noticeable difference in his game when he switched. His drives had more pop and his putaways had more pop, but his thirds were hanging up there a little bit initially, and he's just trying to get the level of comfort that he had with that old EXL.
Good observation there, Golden Boy. You're very astute.
Well, it's just something I've talked to him about too. He doesn't ever broadcast that or make that an excuse because at the pro level, it doesn't matter what ball you use or what conditions you're under. You gotta play through it, and so it's never something he's gonna say out loud. But I just wanted to point that out.
Well, we've got that same match up there. We saw Kyle go again with his backhand flip,
and this time Riley put it back over the net, but then Ben got involved, and guess what happened? They won that point.
You might say every time Ben gets involved, they win the point.
Thanks, Hollywood.
Good friend of mine told me that.
Several times. I mean, you tell me. Am I wrong?
No, it's true. So far.
I mean, what else can you say? Every time he touches it, it's a point. So
maybe he should be the Golden Boy.
I don't think that's...
Okay, we're not going to take that away from you.
We're not going to take that away from me. That's my only thing that I've got in this sport, claim to fame there. But Hollywood, good mindset. I like it. Look at Kyle's addressing that issue again. Oh, that's good stuff.
Great shot.
What did I tell you guys? He's just getting going. He's just getting going.
Yeah.
Riley cheating the middle there with his backhand. And Kyle able to exploit that.
Way to handle it.
Oh,
all
look
the
at the-
net both times.
Oh my God. What are we watching?
What's really happening
Oh
right now?
What
my
are we
God,
watching
that
right
is
now?
great. We
What
love
are
it.
we watching?
We love it.
That was
That's
incredible.
so good.
I don't even know what to say.
Ball is hitting the net, and the reactions and reflexes are just amazing.
Twice that ball popped off the net and he just responded. I don't know if we'll ever see anything better than what Ben Johns is putting on tonight. Like,
Jeez.
this
so
is a
good. I
clinic
just want to just keep going all night long.
all night. Let's see if they'll put on a exhibition after this.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we saw that
fantastic right
comment.
there.
Look
That's
at
fantastic.
Kyle. Pulled the Ernie on him. Wow.
That's a good time out there,
Yeah.
but Kyle obviously saw something right there and jumped on that Ernie.
Kyle has certainly picked up the pace here, and you can tell that he's dominating right now.
Well, Kyle is an emotional player, and what I mean by that is that's not a bad term. Simply, there are players like Ben Johns who say are even keel the whole way.
Almost stoic in a way.
Stoic,
Yep.
stoic. Nothing bothers them. Ice in their veins. Kyle is the guy who feeds off of energy and feeling and emotion, and he needs to feel that confidence from his partner that he's belongs right there with them. And when he starts a little slow like that, I think he loses just a little bit of confidence initially. But once things kind of get kicked off and he's really comfortable, you see what he can do. He's probably one of the most athletic guys out there, and we're fortunate to have him in the Bonita Springs, Fort Myers, Naples area on a
Very
regular
fortunate.
basis.
Yeah.
And we get to see what he gets to do all the time. But just understand that Kyle needs to get going with some spark, some energy points. And that right there, that Ernie is what's going to get him going. He's going to have a different vibe about him right now.
Oh, that one cost him a little
But
bit.
you know
in
why,
the
though?
match.
Because he felt Ben sliding over to attack that ball. And so he had to hit it a little too perfect. And when he did, he clipped the net and went wide. That's exactly what happened there.
I'd have to say that was a little bit of the Kyle factor there towards the end of that game. Kyle really picked it up and started playing phenomenally.
You see this with Kyle. He starts sometimes slow, but he finishes strong. And I told you right off camera, we talked about it. Kyle shows up at the biggest moments in the games. When his partner needs him, he's there and he's gonna execute and he's gonna do his thing. And obviously, when you've got Ben Johns as your partner, you just have to play with confidence and do your part.
Well, we thought it might be a little bit of the Ben Johns show here, just the way he's been playing all along, but I think that surprised their opponents as well. Kyle didn't start off quite as quickly as he would have hoped for, but he came on strong.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle's not the number 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever he is right now. I currently has slipped in my mind, but whatever he is, we're going to bring up his player profile real quick and get a refresher on that.
I think in singles he might be, 4 in the world?
In mixed doubles, he's actually the number 1, number 2 in the doubles. So he is every bit deserving of that number 2 title currently in the GPR ranking system. Thank you, Eddie, for doing that.
My pleasure.
Good job there, Eddie.
And he's the number 8 in singles, and that's just honestly, I feel like that's just because he doesn't focus all his efforts on singles like some of the other pros. I think he's capable of staying in the top 3 or 4 if he chose to, but he really chooses to put his time and energy into the mixed doubles and doubles. That's where he feels like he can make the most impact, and good for him.
Okay, we're getting ready to start game number 2. Just missed it a little bit long.
That's a little confusing to me because I was taught to put my finger up in the air if it's out, and if it's good, you point down towards the ground with your whole hand. And he kind of pointed down with his finger, so it's a little bit of a confusing thing for me. But I don't come from tennis, so.
Wow, Riley just making some phenomenal plays off balance and so forth. That just missed 2 inches outside the line.
I don't know, but guys, I would try to hit that ball, or it would hit me in the face. I don't know, but like
Either one of the two, yeah.
either one of the two options. I don't have that third option of just getting out of the way of it. Oh, I
look at
love that
Ben.
right
we
there from
go.
Ben Johns.
Ben's wanting to get into this game now.
The come on right there. That was a Jeff Warnick-esque. Is that a word?
It is, yeah.
Warnick-esque. The come on from Jeff Warnick is legendary, by the way.
Yeah, you can hear him from. He can be on one side of East Naples. You can heir him from the other.
That's so true. It's either a come on or
His
a
paddle might hit you on the other side of East Naples too.
That's right. That's a fact. Actually, since signing with Gearbox, we have not seen any gearboxes flying 4 courts down.
That's
so,
good.
Yeah, but if he did, that paddle is indestructible.
That's right.
So it would make it. Cal playing with a lot more confidence here in game 2.
Yeah.
You can just see the difference. I mean, can you not?
Yeah, he looks like
oh,
he's
yeah.
on a mission now. He's
Yeah.
really walking,
Yeah.
purpose, and
He was missing some dinks early, frustrated, probably lost a little confidence, and now all of a sudden he's taking control. Look at that, big difference. Look, he's like, get out of the way, Ben. I got this.
Yeah. Trying to keep them back. Oh,
Look at that
wow.
pop.
Yeah,
Look at that pop.
very,
That's
very
what I was
nice
talking about,
pop.
though. That new paddle tech has plenty of juice to put a ball away.
Really nice defense there by Riley, two-handed.
Oh my goodness!
And Ben, he says,
Look
no,
at
no,
Ben.
not today, boys.
Look at that.
Yep,
He says no, no, no.
Yeah, look at this on the replay. Nope.
Boy, look at
No.
that. No, no, no. Ben, are you a mind reader? No, but I did sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Oh, look at that. That was
sweet
fun.
move and a great defense.
That was
Yes.
fun. Oh, good recovery by
Wow.
Kyle. He stayed back at the baseline. Almost. So what you guys got to understand if you're watching at home and you're like, well, why is Ben up at the kitchen and Kyle stays back? That's actually a bait play. They're actually baiting the other team into hitting deep to Kyle so Ben can slide across and blister it.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's a bait play. Oh,
what
boy.
a great roll shot.
You can't tell me this is not night and day difference in the Kyle Yates we saw early in game 1 versus late in game 2 here.
No,
I'm
it
sorry,
absolutely is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are seeing why he is ranked 1 and 2 in the world.
Yeah, I mean, he's been at the top of the game for a long time, even at 24 years old. Guys, I mean, keep in mind, he's been playing 8 years in pickleball, but guess what? He's only 24, so if you do the math, he's been around the game at a young age for a long time. He's a name that's synonymous with success and winning. And,
I would expect a timeout here, Scott.
Yeah, I think so.
But there again, they're in the middle of it.
Well, they don't feel the need to call a timeout, but I actually think that they should.
See,
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. They either verbally talked about it right before that point, or they just knew if one more happens, they're going to call a timeout. Because immediately Riley dropped his paddle.
Yeah, and that's the thing right now. Tyson and Riley got to go back, regroup, figure out how they're going to kind of dig themselves out of this deficit.
Well, it's a hard one to figure out because you've got Kyle Yates playing at the top of his game right now, and you look at his partner, Ben Johns, who's already got 2 gold medals tonight, looking to get his
Yeah.
3rd.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when Kyle Yates and Ben Johns went up to Canada for the Canadian Open a while back, they were playing Tyson McGuffin and I believe Matt Goebel. And they were actually toying with them in the gold medal match, like switching on dinks. Like they would switch spots on dinks, like just literally toying with them. And I knew right then and there, if they stay together and continue to play, they will be the most dominant force on the court, hands down.
Oh, what a nice drive again.
That's
right
the
in the
second
middle.
time we've seen that.
Well,
though, in the last
and,
couple- yeah.
and credit to Kyle because he's hitting that drive really low,
Mhm.
but also they're fighting over that ball.
there.
Oh, wow. The
That
come
was
on from Kyle
great.
now. Let's
Yeah.
go. And
Great
honestly,
point.
I actually thought that ball was going to go out too with the trajectory, but it dipped in.
Well, that's the thing. You kind of have to let that ball go.
You
right?
do. You
And
do.
occasionally they're going to fall in.
Now we're in a little dink battle going on here. Riley picks up the pace, and
That-
Ben's not sure if he should have hit that or not.
That was nice. That's well, he forced the issue. You know, he hit it right up into his face region. Boy, it seems like the game would be a lot closer with the battles that they've had out there.
Nice reset. Again, another nice reset, and got the net point. Well, they really did kind of need a little bit of help there, and they got it.
Yes, certainly they got the help there from the net, but boy, they are all these pros paint the tape on the net cords.
Wow.
That's a good
Wonderful.
shot.
Great shot by
I don't know
Riley.
what the
Two-handed
hesitation was.
backhand
Everybody kind of froze for a second, but
around the post. Wow.
boy, that was close. He dipped it in on the line right there, so Cal giving him the respect. Boy, that was a great return. Did y'all see how deep that thing?
Yeah,
was?
deep, and it kind of skipped a little bit on Tyson there, so he wasn't able to get under it enough.
Yeah, I think the ball when it hits these white lines, it skips a little bit.
There's another one. Hit the tape.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row there.
It's 2 in a row, and boy, they're struggling right
It's
here
all
in game
working.
2.
Everything's working right now for Kyle and Ben.
State of flow.
Nice drop shot. Good defense by Tyson. There we go into a little back dink game and see who's going to pick up the pace. Oh, I
Oh,
love it. I love
My
this.
God.
This is just amazing.
Oh, Kyle jumped that kitchen perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What a man.
Look at the chest bump.
Come on.
Well, a sweaty
That's
chest bump
great.
at that.
Oh, yeah.
When you play that kind of point, you sweaty chest bump. That's just the
was
that's just
nice.
the facts.
Fun.
That's a great play by Kyle Yates and Ben Johns to finish off that point right there.
9-3-1. Second silver. 9-3-2.
Oh, nice defense by Tyson there. Resetting the point. Now they're into the dink battle again. Oh. Kyle's been working that move a lot tonight. This is one of the first times he didn't get it to go through. Hit it just a little bit too low. Oh. Okay.
3-9-2.
Nice drive. Nice defense.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Riley.
Boy, that was
Oh.
impressive.
Off balance, he still hit that shot.
Yeah, he was like floating through the air.
Yeah, I don't even know if his feet were on the ground for that.
It wasn't. They weren't, I assure you.
For the last 2 shots, I don't think they were.
He floated through the air. Just polished that ball. Punished that ball, I'm sorry.
Polish, punish. Same thing.
It's been a long 4 days. We can substitute words at this point.
Wow.
Boy, how did he avoid that? I honestly
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Yeah.
Just,
Let's see
they're
that again.
so engaged, and
I
then
mean-
to let that shot go.
That was like the Matrix right there.
It was
you
the
know?
Matrix for sure.
5-9-2.
We had a question. What's the prize money being paid out for this gold medal match here? The answer to that is first place takes $4,000, second place takes $2,000, and third place takes $1,600.
9-5-1.
951. We're 2 points away from crowning a world pickleball champion in the men's pro doubles. Holy
Oh
cow.
my goodness.
I mean,
Ben Johns,
when
that was just phenomenal.
When that
defense.
happens, you shake your head.
Yeah.
That's actually true. That's actually true. Best player in the world.
Yeah, Kyle.
I don't
just
think
yelling at
anybody
the
would
crowd.
dispute that. Well, I don't think anybody's going to dispute the fact that Ben Johns right now is the best in the world.
I mean, especially after tonight, that kind of just cemented that in my brain for right now.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
who's wanting to go toe-to-toe with Ben Johns at any point right now?
No.
You could stack 3 men on one side, and I think he could still take them down.
I agree.
Superhuman powers. I don't even know how you have the capacity to see a ball coming at you that fast and play it back over the net with precision.
It's unbelievable. It's unreal. It almost seems superhuman.
It seems
Yeah.
fake, almost like, is this like, are we setting this up?
It's
No,
pretty
there's no
incredible.
way to set that up, though.
There's something else I really want to celebrate right now. This is the first time ever that I've seen this between YouTube, Facebook, and the Pickleball.global website. We are over 1,000 concurrent viewers.
My goodness.
People want to see this action, and I don't blame them. This is incredible.
Well, they're certainly not missing out. They are.
Wow, there it is.
Oh, my
Look at this. Look at Ben and
Yes.
Kyle.
All right.
Look at Ben and Kyle.
Triple crowner for Ben Johns tonight.
I'm not sure what Kyle just pulled right there, though. That was a little bit risky. Look at the respect between
Yeah.
Ben and Kyle. I personally love to see those two guys battle on the same side of the court and be so dominant. 11-7, 11-5 victory. Guys, was that impressive or what?
I mean, that was an unreal match.
All right, guys, we're here with Riley Newman. And, guys, listen, I got to thank you guys, Tyson, Riley. You guys battled hard all weekend long. You guys put it on the line here tonight. You guys had a really, really tough team there in Kyle and Ben. Take us through that real quick about what it's like to play the two of the best in the world and leave it out there all tonight.
I mean, Kyle and Ben are obviously really good players. Got off to a good start in that first game, and then they just started to play really, really well. So hats off to them, and we'll see them next year plenty.
That's awesome. Are you guys looking forward to the 2020 season? You guys have a lot planned, I'm sure. I'm sure you guys plan this stuff out long in advance. Are we going to see this matchup again, this partnership?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're signed up for 32 tournaments next year, if I believe. So we're going to be playing a bunch of tournaments. Super fun playing with this guy all day. This guy's a very competitive dude and like a true gamer in heart. So kudos to Kyle and Ben. Those guys played super tough, and really nothing we can do when they're playing like that.
That's awesome. Congratulations on the silver medal, guys. Go enjoy your downtime, and we're going to see if we can get an interview here with the gold medalist. This is tricky. All right, guys, we've got the gold medal winners here for the men's pro finals. We've got Kyle Yates and Ben Johns. Guys, congratulations on the gold. You guys got off to a little bit of a slow start, but, man, you guys picked it up and finished strong. You guys cleaned it up in 2. Talk to us about what that was like to get going there and really have a lot of fun there at the end.
Well, I don't think Ben started off slow, but I sure did. Haven't played in a while. I had a match early this morning and then went home, took a nap, and came back. So it took me a while to get warmed up, but Ben carried me. But hats off to these guys. I mean, they really brought out the best in us. I mean, I played amazing all tournament, and they're only getting better. So going to have to play them quite a bit in the future, and I know everyone's looking forward to it because the rematch is going to be really exciting.
Absolutely. And, Ben, I've watched you play. Man, tonight, those 3 matches, those 3 championships, you just seem to be on a different level. Talk to us about how you were dialed in and what you did to win the Triple Crown.
Well, first, the atmosphere was great. I really loved playing at night. Crowd was awesome. Really had 3 great opponents. It was fantastic. This last match here, I think it really summed up there. And the guys just get a ton of balls back, so you really got to come out with a lot of fire and intensity. And I think just being locked in with intensity just makes you play well.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And Kyle's going to say something else.
Yeah, it's my turn to thank some people. This tournament, they had some weather issues, but everyone in the tournament crew worked tirelessly. The ridiculous hours, you guys have no idea. I know like Daryl, Derek, Ed, some of these referees worked 14-hour days. We didn't finish till past 11 o'clock last night. So the fact that they were able to pull this off, it was amazing. We got it done on time somehow, so credit to them. So humid. This is as humid as Florida gets. Couldn't have done it without Jigsaw, electrolytes. I'm known for cramping, and I felt great this whole tournament. So somehow, thanks to them, and amazing wristbands.
That's true. Those are amazing wristbands. All right, guys. Thanks. Congratulations on your gold. Go enjoy it. Get that cash, get those gold medals, and enjoy your downtime. All right, guys. That's going to be a wrap for the World Pickleball Championships here in 2019 in Punta Gorda, Florida.